Howdy! How's all my folks out there in YouTube land today? I see we're getting a bunch of them filing in to the chat room there. We got Eric Hebert in the house. We got Shane's Hobby Shop in the house. Pappy Pinnell in the house. We got Know What Mom Knows in the house. We got Chroma Storm Arts. That's Amanda. She's in the house. So we've got a few of them strolling in. The notification should have gone out, hopefully. Fingers crossed, all that good stuff. So we should have everybody storming in here shortly. How am I? I'm finer than frog hair and twice as wiry. The second round of antibiotics seems to have helped considerably. I still have a touch of sinus ear thing going on, but it's nothing like it was. I just don't want it to grab hold of me again. So I'm finishing up this second round. Got a few more days of that to go, and hopefully it'll kick whatever was in me out. Walker Outdoors in the house. Hey, Mike, how are you? I've got new mods in here, so you know, just people are going to be subbing up and down, and they're going to say sub me, and they're going to say all that kind of stuff. And so YouTube has this thing where it doesn't allow them to say sub or something. I don't know what their problem is with that, but it'll come up that it has to be approved. So just approve that. I don't allow trolley type things. You all know what trolley stuff is. You know, I don't allow that to go on in here. So anybody gives you any trouble, you got the wrench, use it. Just, you know, make friends, sub up and down, all that kind of thing. Awesome wood things in the house. Fuzz TV in the house. Live to Learn's in the house. I'm hoping that I don't miss anybody as they come in. I know that, you know, it gets busy and the chat goes to flying, and I'm old and I lose track of things. So I'm trying my best to keep up with everybody as they stroll in and say hey to you, shut you out a little bit there. And you know, do our thing. We got according to my calculations, we got 13 in the house now. Good to have everybody here. Always glad to have everybody here. And well, Amanda liked my little, well, it's a blue bird. It's a little blue bird. That's what I painted for the show this morning there. It's a little blue bird that I put on a hair barrette or shawl pin, whichever you want to use them for. I've seen them used both ways, but that's a little bluebird that I painted. I got a bunch of stuff to show, stuff that I've done on this show, stuff that I did over on Twitch this week, stuff that I did on neither show. Yes, I do things when I'm not on camera too. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I've got a whole load of barrettes over here that I've engraved. Over on Twitch, I engraved them. I've got flowers. See if I can get that so that the light ain't dimming it out. We got a flower on that one. I got that kind of a butterfly on that one. I've got this kind of a butterfly on this one. I've got a kind of a succulent plant on that one. I've got some flowers on this one. These are all engraved with the engraver. And there's a wolf that I carved in that one. Got a buffalo on this one, and got a feather. Y'all know how I like feathers, but feather on that one. And I'm going to be painting those this week on YouTube. So we'll get them good to go. And let's see, what all am I missing here going on? Have a little check in my chat room. Awesome wood things in there. Hey, it's an hour after your live show ends. Well, see, there you go. I believe that's Matt, if memory serves me. People use names that aren't their givens. Is that the way you word it? It's not their given names. And so now I've got to, you know, stretch my mind a little bit to remember who everybody's names are. Let's see, we got Oz Beach Andy in the house. The drone flyer from Australia, Oz Beach Andy. Mr. Teddy Bear. Now, see, he changed his name. That was Mr. Non-Sours SQ. And he changed his name to Mr. Teddy Bear. And let's see, Live to Learn. Dana, she's in the house. Good to have you with me. And yes, smash that like button. Mike's telling you, smash it, smash it. Hit it like you mean it. Yeah, Mike, I missed your show because I'm getting ready for mine. So I have to go back and watch it on Memorex. Oh, mercy sakes alive. Good to have everybody with me. And sub up, sub down, all that. We're still doing this thing on the 4,000 hour deal. If you need view time, you know, all you got to do is let me know. Drop a comment on one of my videos. Say in it to win it, and I'll put you on the list. I'm still playing them. I played all the ones I had for last week. I'm going through on the second round. You know, if you need more time, let me know for sure. You know, because if you let me know for sure, then I know for sure you need it, and I'll be playing them. I'll get them on the list here. That's the only way we're going to hit it, I think, is if we're all playing each other's videos. I still need time, so those of you that's got me on your list, keep playing them. I think it's like 1,400 more hours that I need in order to hit that 4,000 thing. So, you know, we'll just keep working on it until we meet their criteria. All we can do is all we can do. And let's see. Okay, I think I've got everybody named off that's come so far. So y'all just keep subbing and share this on your social media. You know, go down underneath the video there. You got the thumbs buttons, and then it says share. If you click that, it brings up all them social media things, and share it on your Facebooks or whatever, you know, and invite folks to come on over. You know, the more we get in here, the more people we have for subs. Yes, Mr. Teddy Bear needs subs. He's got the view time. He needs subs. So, you know, if you can shout him out, or you can, you know, send people that come to your channel over to his channel, do that for him. You know, help him get his subs up. You need, I think, a couple hundred more. And if you can show up on Green Bay's show, that will help you considerably. You get over there and sub up and down on his show. He's on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. Green Bay Wacky. Let's see. Yeah, Mike's still playing his list, and I'm still playing my list, and I've got 3 other people, I think, that are playing them that I've given the list to. So, you know, we're all burning up the bandwidth here, trying to help out with view time as much as we can. Keep everybody going. Okay, Eric says that he found out last week that if you play a playlist more than once, it will only count the first time you view it. Okay, well, I you know, I don't know where you got that information, but okay, you know, we'll file that away for future reference. I'm gonna keep playing them, you know. On the off chance that you're wrong, you know, I hope you're wrong, but just keep playing them. Did I change my hair? Well, a little bit. I parted a little bit different, and my bangs are kind of. When I went and got my hair cut the last time, she cut the bangs way too short. She left the sides way too long, and so I'm just kind of letting it grow out now. And I'm gonna go somebody different the next time I want my hair cut and see if we can't get it straightened up the way it's supposed to. But it kind of looks like it's been hit with an egg beater. I was looking at it a while ago, and I thought, Lord have mercy, you're going live tonight on YouTube. You look like Phyllis Diller. Okay, Live to Learn, Dana. She says, if you play as a non-subscriber and clear watch history. Okay. Another one says you make a big playlist and change it. Yes, there are more than just makers in here. You know, if you want to just let people know here in the chat what your channel's about, you know, that would help folks a little bit, I think. Know if they want to go over to your channel. DC Kool-Aid and Lisa is in the house. Hey, good to see you. Everything Geek in the house. There's another one. Glad to see you. Mills and Millie in the house. Walker says playing on videos makes his computer sound like a helicopter. It's about to take off and fly. Yeah, that's the way I do it too, Dana. You go to the channel that you want to play, you go to their videos, you hit play all and let it run. Just let it run all night long. Let it run in the background. Turn off the volume. Everything Geek, their channel is Crazy Prank My Dad a lot. He's a good sport. Or he really lets you have it when you're not on YouTube. Joy Wheeler's in the house. Good to have you, Joy. Yeah, we had some issues last night with you, didn't we? Trying to get you back. Bay Lady's fingers was all sticky, and she'd had them in the honey, I think, and her fingers got stuck, messed you up there. I was digging frantically, trying to figure out what she'd done to fix it. Jay-Z's exploring in the house. Good to have you in there. Everybody subbing up, subbing down. And like I say again, and I'll reiterate this several times through the stream, if you need view hours, leave me a message saying in it to win it on any one of my videos. I'll put you on the list so that we get you down there and can play your videos. We got several people that are in on this trying to help folks get their view time up. Okay, Oz Beach Andy says a noisy computer is due to overheating. Pull the side off and give a good clean with a small blower. Yes, Shelly has a live show on Friday, February the 9th, where she'll be working with Sedusto, and I will be on it, and Charles Deering will be on there. And so she says the woodworking scroller, a show about sawdust. So go over to Know What Mom Knows, sub up, and be there on Friday night so you can see me over there on her show. Okay, you do that, Eric. Let me know. Just reading down through here, make sure that I'm covering everything that I ought to be covering for y'all. In the meantime, I'll show you some other things I did. I did this over on Twitch today. I haven't painted it yet, but this is a wood burning that I did on this little plaque. I've got it all ready to paint. And I've been Etsying my tail off this week. I put all kinds of stuff up on Etsy. So if you haven't been to the Etsy store in a while, you need to go over there and see all the new stuff that I put up. I got these necklaces all done here on this show the other day. And this camera does not do these things justice whatsoever. But these are the ones that I painted here on the show with the PBO paint. And then I put the resin on them. I painted the back of them flat black. And I put a cord on them. And I put all these up on the Etsy store. So they're up. And let's see, I did these off the shows. They weren't on either show. I did paint them, I think. It's the cabochons that I painted with PBO. And I backed them with another cabochon. And that's not showing up. The light's glaring all over the place on that. And then I wire wrapped them. And I put these up on the Etsy store. That silver plated wire. I've got 3 of those. That's the green one. I got a red one and a purple one that I did. Put the hanger on this gourd, this birdhouse that I painted here on the show. So it's ready. As soon as spring springs, I'll take that out and hang it for the birdies. There's Jim Bashir's in the house, and Faye Blatchler in the house, and Joe Sankovich in the house. Theo T in the house. Miss, have you strolling in? Good to have you. Keep subbing. Sub up, sub down. Lily Trucker in the house. Everybody sub, get acquainted. And then this is the wooden pot that Donald Blogsify's lathe flung across the room and put a couple gouges in. And I patched it up. I put some embellishments there on it with the little metal bees. And then I did this pretty floral arrangement in it. Try to turn it so you can see it there with the roses and the primroses and the lily of the valley and the pretty little fuzzy leaves on it. So I got that all done. I took you on a road trip the other day too. Did anybody see the road trip video that I took you on when I went down to Oxford, Ohio? Went down through Richmond, Indiana and all that construction. And then I took you to the woodcarvers meeting the other night where we all sat around, told lies, and did some carving. Yes, the cup is wood. It's wood. It was turned on a wood lathe at Donald Blogsify show. And I did 3 shows on this. One where I patched it, one where I embellished it, and one where I did the flower arrangement in it. So you can go to any of those videos, and his channel URL's in the description there. You can sub up to Donald. Thank you, Shelly. I appreciate that. So, yeah, there's 3 shows up on that showing them over the past week and a half, I think, where I've messed with that cup. Thank you. Yeah, it's really nice. I saw the video of his where he built this jig to put it in. He was going to work on it some, and the jig failed and gave that cup a fling clear across the room. And when he picked it up, it had a couple gouges in it. So I asked him, I said, look, you know, if you're not going to do anything with that cup, send it to me because I can fix it. And so he did. He sent it to me and I fixed it, made it pretty. Nobody'd ever know that it got flung clear across the room if you didn't tell him. Frozen Fury in the house. There's that guitar picker. Bless your heart, honey. You can make a strings twing and twang on that thing. Lord have mercy. I've been trying for a long time to learn how to play the steel guitar, and I've got a lot to learn if I ever know anything. Thank you, Theo. Yes, and there's been a lot of work go into that. That didn't fall into my lap. I've had to do a lot of work to get there. JD Night 7 in the house. Good to have you in there. Lily Trucker in the house. I think I mentioned you. I'm not sure. I don't know. My mind's about, yeah. Kind of scrolling up here through here to see if I missed anything. Looks like I'm caught up. Know what's going on. If I did miss something, drop it in there again, and then I'll try to keep an eye on it. You know how I am. Oh, the other thing that I've been working on over on Twitch. Now, it's going to take a long time to do, okay? So, you know, bear with me on this. But this is that deer plaque that I've been working on in carving. And I'd say it's maybe about 1/8 of the way done. There's going to be a lot of carving to go on that. Do you find you lose subs daily? Yes. And it has to do with YouTube's analytics. Part of it is because people close their channels down, or people that are sub to you get in trouble with YouTube, and YouTube shuts their channels down. And every time YouTube shuts their channels down, you lose subs and you lose views. Because when you lose a sub, whatever views they've given you are taken off automatically as well. So yes, that happens. And part of it, I think, is just their analytics is there's channels that are inactive that are sub to you, and YouTube takes them off. And then I don't know what YouTube's doing. I really don't. However, they are unsubbing people that I have been subbed to for quite a while. And I go to their channels, I support them, they support me, and I get unsubbed from them. I don't know why. Or the bells get turned off. I don't know why. I don't know what that's all about. But yes, that happens. So, you know, you need to really keep an eye on what's going on with your subs. YouTube's got some funny things going on with that analytic thing. But yes, you'll lose subs for whatever reason that YouTube's higher ups decide, I guess. Yeah, Eric Hebert said that YouTube's doing it. He did a video showing the policy that actually admits that YouTube is doing it. All you can do is just keep working. Polito's Toys Playtime is in the house. Good to have you in there. I hope I pronounced that somewhat correct. I'm horrible with pronouncing the names of these shows sometimes. My tongue gets wrapped around my eye teeth and I can't see what I'm saying. It reminds me of something I was thinking about today, and I got to laugh. It's a good thing I live alone. Let's see. The teddy bear says, YouTube put my comment in the spam, by the way. Yes, it does that. And I've been told, now I don't know how true it is, but I've been told that it's because I make over 100 comments a day on people's channels. So my stuff just automatically goes to their spam folder. I've had people jump all over me over it going to spam. I can't stop it from going to spam. And yes, I do copy paste on a lot of the comments because I make so many. And I'm old and I've typed all my life. And I'll be dogged if I'm going to sit there and, you know, type up a comment on each person's individual video when I can do a copy paste. I've watched the video. I've got playing in the background on my computer. If I'm not watching the video, you're getting the view time. So I don't know. I can't stop it. All I can say is if it really bothers you, let me know and I'll just stop making the comments on your videos. I had one jump all over me the other day, tear me inside out because my comments was going into her spam folder. And I mean, she jumped over me so much that I just won't comment on her videos anymore. I mean, I can give her the like, whether she knows I'm giving her the like or not, I don't know, because I can't comment because she's going to get mad when it goes to spam. And I'm not going to have her jumping all over me every time I leave a comment on her video. So, you know, I don't know how to get around that. But I'm playing the videos. I'm leaving the comments, goes to spam. I mean, I have a lot of people whose stuff goes to spam. I just automatically check the spam folder all the time. Yeah, Lily Tucker says she comments a lot too, and she watches a lot of videos. Yeah, it's not fair to me, but, you know, I can't stop it from happening unless I just stop making the comments, and I ain't going to do that unless, you know, it's an isolated case where somebody's really going to get twisted about it. And I tell you, if that's going to be the worst thing that happens in your life, that you're going to get twisted inside out because a comment on YouTube goes in your spam folder, I pity you when life actually kicks you in the keister and you have to really set your mind straight on what's going on in your life. Because if you're going to get bent over a comment going in your spam folder, what are you going to do when life kicks you? I mean, seriously, life's too short to get bent over something going in a spam folder on a YouTube channel. Just saying. I've had some serious things happen in my life. Hey, Al's in the house, Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop. Good to have you in there, Al. But yes, I've had serious things happen in my life. I've lost loved ones. I lost my mother when I was 17 years old. My daddy had a heart attack and died in my arms. I lost my husband. I lost my stepmother. I lost my granny who was, I mean, she was gold to me. I had cancer. I mean, there's a lot of things that happen in your life that are serious, serious things to deal with and not worry about a comment on YouTube going in a spam folder. I mean, set your priorities. Seriously. Seriously. And then, I mean, that's tip of the iceberg. We could go on and on and on. I've lived a long life, and I've had a lot of things happen to me. Oh, mercy. Yep. Nesting Haven, somebody got mad at me for the comment going in the spam folder. And geez, okay, you know, if it's going to bother you that much, we'll just stop making comments. Because I asked her 3 or 4 times through the course of, you know, her ripping me up. Do you want me to stop? Do you want me to stop? And she just kept on. And I said, well, apparently you want me to stop. Oh, mercy. But yeah, life's going to deal you a lot of harsh blows that have nothing to do with something as minor as a comment on YouTube going in spam folder. So don't, you know, get your pants in a wad. Yeah. Yeah. Noble vigilance. Yeah. It's not all about you. That's true. That's true. Just reading down through here. Well, you know, I had a friend years ago that he could tell you to go to Hades and make you look forward to the trip. And I have always strived. I'm not made it. I'm not as good as he was, but I've always strived to be able to do that, Al. Say it in such a way that you make them look forward to the trip. They're packing their bags. They're ready. Yeah, how to click the mouse and use the spam folder. Now that's a good tutorial right there. Band Runner Squad Lit in the house. Good to have you in there. Mercy sakes, we have the royalty flooding in. Glad to have y'all with me tonight. Mercy sakes, we're just telling stories and killing time here. Letting people sub up and sub down and enjoy the festivities on this cold winter's night. I hope it's warmer where you're at, man. We're back in the deep freeze here again. We had it warmed up a little bit for a few days. It got up around 40, and now it's back down in the teens and 20s again. Snowed a little bit here yesterday. Mercy sakes. Yeah, share the chat. That's right. Shane's saying share this, share the show there on your social media. Somebody asked the other day on Green Bay Wackies how they share it. There's a couple ways you can share it. You can copy the URL and paste it there on whatever social media that you're using, or the easy way is just to go down there where the 2 little thumbs are, and there's a thing that says share this, and you click on that and it brings up all kinds of little icons there. Facebook's on there, Twitter and LinkedIn and Google Plus and Pinterest and Blogger, and I don't know, there's a whole slew of them on there. Whichever ones you're on, just share it on there so that people come running. Folks that are paying attention. But anyway, I started to say a while ago, I'm going to tell you, I got to thinking earlier today and I got to laughing about it. Things that your mother says to you. I don't know if anybody else had a mother like mine or not. Man, I tell you, my mother said some awful things to me growing up. She used to tell me, you're pretty ugly and you're pretty apt to stay that way. You're pretty twice. And she'd get mad at me. She says, I'm going to hit you so hard that your head goes so far down between your shoulders that you have to unbutton your shirt to see where you're going. If you say that to your kids today, you'd probably go to jail. Oh, there's Miss things she used to say to me growing up. I'm just wondering if anybody else had a mother that said things to him like that. Now, I'll knock you into next week. Uh-oh. Al's at 398. He needs 2 more subs to hit 400. Surely we have a couple people that's not subbed to Al. Get over there at Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop. Sub up to Al. I think Matt's leaving us. Good to have you in there, Matt. Glad you could stop by. Glad you got to see me. Yeah, there's a life outside YouTube. I get to spend a lot of time here because I live alone. I'm retired. So I spend a lot of time doing videos here and on Twitch. I'm doing 8 videos a week here and 8 videos a week over there. Well, Lily, it was good to have you with us. Glad you stopped in. You have a good evening wherever you are. Stay safe and stay warm. Glad to have everybody with me tonight. Man, I tell you what, that groundhog saw his shadow the other day. And the best groundhog is the one skinned and cooking in my pot. Anybody, I think there's a video on this over on my other channel where I tell the stories. I think I told the story about me cooking a groundhog. Has everybody heard that one? My Twitch username is BrendaG's Designs. All one word, no apostrophe in it. Got a polyurethane the noodle board. Well, good luck with that, Al. Make sure you ain't got no dust on it. You want a groundhog hat? I could have made you one years ago. I had a groundhog that was digging up my barn floors. I laid the 22 to him and skinned him, gutted him, cleaned him all up, put him in the freezer or put him in the refrigerator. And my stepson was there, and he, or stepson, it was my foster boy. He was there, and he said, "What are you gonna do with that?" I said, "We're gonna eat him." He said, "No, we're not." I said, "Yes, we are." And this is back when my dad was still alive, and so the next day the boy went off to school. He'd no more than put his feet on that school bus than I had that groundhog out of that refrigerator, boned him out, put him through the meat grinder, mixed him up with a little hamburger and sausage. And Dad says, "What you doing?" I said, "I'm making a meatloaf for dinner." And he says, "Now, you know he's not going to eat that." And I said, "Oh, yes, he is." I said, "You just don't tell him what it is. You just stay quiet." So that night, I cooked it up, put it on the table, and the boy looks at me and he says, "I really like meatloaf." And I said, "Well, just taste it. If you don't like it, you don't have to eat it. But, you know, you've not had my meatloaf. You might like this." So he got him a little piece of it and he ate it. And then he cut him off a slab of it and he ate that. Dad and I are just sitting there, staying quiet, just eating our dinner. The boy said, "Man, that's good. Can I have some more?" I said, "Help yourself. Eat all you want." I swear to God, that boy sat there and ate about a third of that meatloaf. When he got all done, he pushed back from the table and he's rubbing his belly and he says, "That was the best meatloaf I've ever ate." I looked over at my dad and I said, "See, I told you I'd get him to eat that groundhog." That boy jumped up from the table and whipped that refrigerator door open, and groundhog's not there. He says, "I can't believe you fed me that groundhog." And I said, "Well, what did you think I was going to do with it after I gutted it, cleaned it, and had it in the refrigerator?" I said, "You sit there and rubbed your belly and talked about how good it was. You must have liked it. You ate a third of it." Yeah, I fed him the groundhog. People are usually kind of careful what they eat at my house because I'm liable to cook up anything. I took some barbecued rabbit to my sister-in-law's once, and she ate a big sandwich of it, and then she figured out that it was rabbit and got sick. She was fine until she found out it was rabbit. It was domestic rabbit. It wasn't like wild caught. Cool. Band Runner Squad that's made some Valentine's cards. I think I saw a part of that video. About a million things always going on here at one time. But yes, I saw part of that. Cool. That's cool. He never got sick on it. He just couldn't believe that I fed it to him, and he's like, can't believe you did it. Yeah, sure did. My stepson looked at me once after dinner, says, I think you feed me roadkill. Just as straight faced as he could say it. And I said, well, what do you think I do of a day after you go off to school? Do you think that I just sit here on the couch eating bonbons and watching television? Lord have mercy, no. As soon as you go to school, I grab my skinning knife, I jump in the vehicle, and I drive up and down the road, find anything that has a little steam coming off of it yet, and I skin it out, and I grind it up, and I cook it for your dinner. You think I can afford to go to the grocery store and buy food to fill you up with your old holler legs? Lord have mercy, no. I've got to find some way to feed you. He shut up and he never brought it up again. Oh, you never mess with a redneck woman, I'll tell you what. Yeah, barbecue tame rabbit's delicious. It's not as stringy as the wild rabbit is. I mean, wild rabbit's okay, but you have to do a lot of different kinds of things to wild rabbit to get it to taste good. Domestic rabbit, I got so good at cooking domestic rabbit that I could make it taste like beef or chicken or pork, whatever you wanted to taste like. It just depended on what spices and stuff you added to it. But yeah, domestic rabbit's great. See, Nest and Haven, you never know what I'm going to say or do. Because I don't know. My mind is a scary place to be. You don't know what goes on in there. There's 2 brain cells left there having a battle of wits. Now, Shane says that coon's good. I've not had any. I've not had that. I've had some squirrel. I've had elk and buffalo and rattlesnake. And let's see, I'm trying to think what all else. There's a restaurant over in Ohio, in Covington, Ohio, that I haven't been there in a long time, but they serve all kinds of wild meats. Wild boar is a good one. Trying to think what all else they got on the menu over there. I've had just about everything they got on the menu. Bear meat, moose. Well, I'm sure if you Google it or you look it up on YouTube, somebody will show you. Live to Learn says they got moose in the freezer, not sure how to prepare it. Band Runner Squad says their dad cooks stuffed wild hog. Yeah. Yeah, some of that wild game meat's really good to eat. Oh, frog legs. Lord have mercy. Yes, go frog gigging. So that's why I told you the other day on your channel, you need some bullfrogs around that pond. I'd come over there and go gigging. We used to go gigging with a tractor around the pond. Me and my first husband, when we was first married, they had a pond on their place, and you just drive out there with the tractor, and the frogs wouldn't move if you drove the tractor out there, and you had your long spear there with your frog gigger on it, and you gig them frogs with that spear, pull them up, put them in the bag. Go and get the next one. Okay, Al's gonna go and run off and poly his noodle board. Thanks for coming, Al. Appreciate it. And he's gonna be listening. I guess that means I shouldn't talk about him. Mother-in-law hit a turkey and you ate it? Yeah. Oh, you didn't get $80 this year, huh? The only way I get a deer is if I hit him with a vehicle. I've got two. Not this year, but in the past. Yeah, I've got deer antlers, and I've got coat rack with deer feet for the hooks, and deer hides that I've had tanned out, and had freezers full of meat from deer. I had them 6 weeks apart. Same vehicle. Got rid of the vehicle. Oh, well, you're perfectly welcome. I'm glad that I could help. Crafty Joy 9 in the house. Good to have you in there. Adriel Rios Montejero. I hope that's close. I'm not good at pronouncing all these names. I try. Everybody get subbed to everybody and meet up, make friends. But yeah, you can't be expected. I've had a lot of people tell me that over the past week, or I've heard on channels them talking about it, people getting upset about the views, you know, that they're not getting view time. And a lot of people saying, I can't view everything. Well, nobody expects you to view everything. We know you have a life. We know that you don't live in YouTube. You know, you got things to do. The best that you can hope is that you go to the channels as much as you can. Turn on the notifications, and they're not always going to work. When you get notifications, as much as you can, go over there, drop your comment, even if you have to kill the audio and let it play in the background until it plays through. Go on, you know, do whatever, you know, you got a whole list of them. Go through and get everybody commented on, and they're playing in the background. Go check your comments, see what you got to deal with there. Make comments back to as many people as comment to you. I try to always leave something back in the comment. You know, if they say, hey, saw your video, great show, awesome, you know, whatever it is they say to me, and thank them. If they say they sub to me, I go over and I sub them, and then I come back and I tell them on their channel, and I tell them in my comments that I sub back to them so that they know. If they don't see it one place, they'll see it the other one. And, you know, watch what you can, but nobody expects you to do it all. Amanda's at 854, trying to get to 1,000. Well, if I can do it, you can do it. I mean, I lived on YouTube to do it, and I know you can't do that. You got a day job and all, but it's all you got to do is come to the shows and sub up to people, make friends with them. Go to a channel called Professional Student. All of you need to do this. This isn't just for Amanda. Go to a channel called Professional Student. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can find her URL here, and I will drop it in the chat for you. It's going to take me just a second to do that. Well, it might take me longer than a second. Just bear with me here. I'm going to see what I can do about finding her. Okay, I found her. And let me grab her URL. And I'll drop it here in the chat. And you all need to sub up to her if you're wanting subs. Right there is the URL. She's running quite the deal over there. She's got a list, and tell her I sent you. When you sub up, leave her a message on her video. Say, BrendaG sent me. BrendaG's Designs. She's got good people that are supportive over there on her channel. Fat Boy 440 in the house. Good to see you in there. And Mr. Teddy Bear, that's a good one. That link that I dropped there, you go and check her out. Sub up to her. But yeah, I subbed her the other day, and she has sent me some great people over to my channel. And she's got a list where you can go and you can sub to people too. I've been so busy the last few days doing shows and everything that I've got going on that I haven't been able to get over there to do much with the list yet. But that's a good place to be. See, I help you as much as I can. I tell you, what I know. Mike dropped it for you again there. So you have it. This old stoner in the house. Good to see you in there. I'm surprised that you didn't make it over to my Twitch show this afternoon. I expected you to be there. It's me, Brian's in the house. Good to have you in there. Brian, are you getting close to your 4,000 views yet? Or 4,000 hours? Well, thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. Yours is playing in the background on mine right now. Where's everyone from? Drop that in there. Shane wants to know where everybody's from. I'm from a land far, far away called Redneck Land. From the USA. Uh-oh. Bergie Love's from Pittsburgh. That's over there in Winter's country, ain't it? Where the eagles fly high. Empowerment Zone Int is from Ohio. That's where I'm originally from. That Boy 440 is from Tennessee. Walker Outdoors from Southern Illinois, not to be confused with Northern Illinois. Amanda is from Georgia. Frozen Fury is from Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas. Live to Learn Dana, she is from the tip of Wisconsin. Shane and Shelly, Shane's Hobby Shop and Know What Mom Knows is from North Dakota. Stoners from Never Never Land. That doesn't surprise me. Mr. Teddy Bear's up in Canada. Maple Leaf Country. New Mexico, Land of Enchantment. Lucia McGill's from Oregon. Okay, Brian has got his 4,000 hours and he hit 1K on Wednesday. So, thumbs up, Brian. Amanda's been to Panama City Beach. Well, looky there. I saw some pictures of that. on the internet, and I thought surely that's just made up. She photoshopped that. Yeah, I've got the 1,000 subs. I just need the view time hours. So pedaling as hard as I can to get there. Keeping my whistle wet a little bit. Them antibiotics, they tend to dry me out. You're at 102 subs, Blico. Well, that's good. That's, you know, I mean, you got to start somewhere. Everybody starts at 0, you know. So you're working your way up. That's good. Get in there and sub people, make friends with people, and I think, now personally speaking, for me, the key here is to be consistent with making comments to people and viewing their videos. You view theirs, they view yours, you view theirs. I never keep track of, you know, how many times I see theirs and how many times they see mine. No. If it comes up here as a notification that they've got a video up, I go. I don't go to a lot of live streams. I go to a few, but I don't go to a lot of live streams. I spend most of my time just going to people's videos and playing their videos. If it comes up that they've got a new one, I go over and I play it, leave them a comment. If they make a comment on one of my videos, I go back to theirs, I leave a comment on theirs. A lot of us, we're just trading back and forth. And I see that happening, and I don't care. And they don't care. As long as their videos are being viewed, my videos are being viewed. You know, just keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I mean, who's so petty that they're going to keep track of, well, I gave them 10 comments and they only gave me 5. There we go again. Wait till life kicks you in the keister. If that's all you got to worry about. Get real. Yeah. I know what you mean, Mike. He says we get everybody on YouTube to watch his videos, he'd be at 4,000 hours. Well, shoot, you'd be at 4 million hours or something if you got everybody on YouTube to watch them. Okay. Amanda, you have a good evening there. Yeah, I haven't had time to check Hangouts or what's going on with that. I've been doing shows all day. This is my 4th show today. I started out early in the morning. I did a Twitch and I did the Bluebird on YouTube, and then I did my live Twitch this afternoon, and now I'm doing YouTube again tonight. Yeah, exactly, Rosen, exactly. I don't keep track of it. Just, you know, just leave the comments. It'll all work itself out in the end. I mean, that person may only give you 5 comments. Somebody else may give you 20. So don't worry about it. Just, you know, leave the comment. Give them the view. Yes, I know. I know. The uncanny Kyle Walker. Yeah. Life's busy. You can only do what you can do. Yeah, you find a lot of things that are inspiring on here. There's a lot of educational things on here, and there's a lot of things that you just learn a little bit from by watching them and listening to what they do, and watch how they film their videos too. Some are better than others. I need a better camera, you know, right now, and I could really probably use some better lighting. I'm using these LEDs, and you know, they tend to wash everything out. So, you know, eventually, you know, I'm on Social Security, so I have to do it as I can do it. But eventually, I'll get a better camera, and eventually, I'll get better lighting, and you know, be able to do things a little more professionally. But see, this is amateur hour here. This is not professional by any stretch of the imagination. This is not professional. If we were professionals, we'd be making the big bucks, and we wouldn't be worried about a couple cents that we're going to make off of monetization on YouTube. You know, we'd be signing the contracts. Yeah, Shelly brings up a good point. You know, the sub for sub, if you're not going to watch their stuff, that's, you know, that's worthless. But if you're going to at least play them, I'll be the first to admit I don't watch everything, but I'll let them play in the background. The games, see, I'm not a gamer. I'm not into the games. I don't understand the games. Never have understood the games. So I'm going to let them play in the background. I'll give them the view time. It's the support. You know, we're after the support right here. I think the rest of it will come if we can at least get the support going. We build up our channels, unless you're going to do something, you know, that's going to go viral. I mean, look at, gosh, I'm trying to think of his name. Somebody type his name in there. Dark Matter. Was that his name? Had that one go viral the other day, where he did a show about the blue moon. And it went viral, and it was in the trending on YouTube and everything. Just, you know, and he's one of us. He's one of the small ones like us. So, you know, you never know. You hit something and everybody loves it and it just goes nuts. You get something really out there, you know, and then you get people that sub into your channel because they want to see your content. But right now it's about support. Build a support system and build up our channels. Get my chat going again here so I'll see what's going on. Yeah, really. You know, I agree with you, Frozen. Yeah, monetization. You know, we're all working toward that monetization, but what's the monetization actually get you? Because once you get there, you're going to get a couple cents if somebody plays the commercial or the ad or whatever you want to call it. Now, a lot of times they're going to click right on through it. So you're really not going to get anything out of the monetization. I'm going after 4,000 hours because they're trying to make it so that they think that we're not going to hit it. And I want to prove to them that, yes, we can hit that 4,000. Now, what are they going to do about it? They're going to horse around and raise it and say, well, you got to have 8,000 hours, you know, make it something just unbelievable to the point where, you know, it's unachievable at all, just to keep somebody from getting a couple cents on an ad. I mean, seriously, what do they think they are? A major broadcasting corporation or something? So yeah, the monetization doesn't mean beans. But I'm just doing it for the fact that they've aggravated me. Aggravating an old redheaded woman is not going to be good for anybody. Yeah, Frozen says he has 0 viral videos and doesn't plan on having any. You know, I don't plan on having any, but who knows? I mean, I'm liable to do something one of these days that people get a kick out of and say, you won't believe what she just did. And then go to sharing it everywhere. Be playing it on the 6 o'clock news. Yeah, if you're on there looking for something, trying to show you how to fix something, you're not wanting to watch that ad. You know, let's get on down to business and click off that ad and go on. I agree. Just like with the TV, you know, the ads come on the TV and you go out to the kitchen, fix something to eat, or get the mail, or you go to the bathroom, or you let the dogs out or whatever, and you come back when the show comes back on. You know, nobody's paying any attention to the ads. It has to be one sensational ad to really get your attention. Yeah, well, so, yeah, the turkey wedding, you know, that went on the news, but it wasn't because of the video. It was because of the turkey wedding at the time. That was before we had YouTube and all that. That was back in the day where they had the big old camcorders you sit on your shoulder to take a picture of stuff with. Yeah, Crafty Joy says she gets excited when she gets 80 views. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, well, the Super Bowl, and I'll be honest, I didn't watch Super Bowl commercials yesterday, and I usually watch them. They're probably up on the internet now. They usually come up on the internet the day after the Super Bowl. But from what I've heard, nobody thought any of the Super Bowl commercials were any good anyway. There wasn't anything out there really exciting this year. Jim, you crack me up. He's waiting to catch aliens landing and get his viral video. With my luck, it'd be upstaged by a Kardashian flashing photographer. Yeah, that's about the truth. That's about the truth. Yeah, you catch aliens landing, they'll bury that video so far deep it'd never see daylight again, let alone be viral. Well, thank you, Mario. Glad to have you in there. Well, you're perfectly welcome. That's what we do for each other. We support each other. And Russ is in the house. Simply Wooden Creations. Good to have you in there. And hey, he's here. I'll give him a plug. I'm on his show every Saturday night. It comes on at 8 o'clock Eastern time. It's Simply Wooden Creations. I'm on his panel. Shelly and Shane's on his panel. Al's on his panel. Them critters are aliens, you think, Frozen? Yeah, people hang with me. They never know what I'm going to do next. You know, I'm liable to cook you anything. You just don't know what I'm liable to do. Hey, we love you, Russ. Good to have you out there. Hi, Karen Kane's in the house. Good to have you in there. The Supper Bowl. They had a puppy bowl yesterday. Did you see that? I think the puppies didn't they think the Patriots was going to win? Puppies was wrong. They set the puppies loose. They had two bowls of food down there. One had the Eagles on it, one had the Patriots. I'm pretty sure they went after the Patriot Bowl, and puppies was wrong. Hush, Mike, don't tell them that. They'd sit there and eat and say it was good. Oh, mercy. Well, y'all know that I'm with it 3 times. The first 2 died from eating poison mushrooms. Third one died from a fractured skull because he wouldn't eat his mushrooms. Shelly's been asking me for my mushroom recipe, Shane, just saying. So I use that when I want to get out of a bad date. You know, we're sitting there. You've been married 3 times. Well, actually, I'm with it 3 times. First 2 died from eating poison mushrooms. Third one died from fractured skull. He wouldn't eat his mushrooms. Do you like mushrooms? That usually takes care of it. Yeah. Yes, hey, Frozen. I mean, it would be a party now, wouldn't it? You know, we'd have frog legs. We'd have some sauteed possum, and we'd have some groundhog and some turtle. We'd have to throw some turtle in there. Squirrel fritters. Your battered husband, she looking for a deep fryer? Little beer battered? Cornmeal or just flour? It's so cold here. The other day I went up to the store, about froze my taters off. Chicken froze its nuggets off. You're safe, Brian. I ain't doing that no more. The third time, that was enough. Can't take no more of that. I like living alone. I enjoy my own company. You know, people say, don't you get lonely? Heck, no, I don't get lonely. I got plenty to do. I got all my crafts. House is covered up and stuff to do. If I have to get everything done that I need to do before I die, I ain't never dying. There ain't no one person that could accomplish everything that I got to do. Well, thank you, Joy. It's called redneck. Yeah, you don't want no frozen nuggets. Batter and flour and fry it in butter. Well, see, I only moved to Indiana 5 years ago. I'm originally from Ohio, and I was raised by a bunch of rogue rednecks. My mama's people was from West Virginia, West by God, Virginia, and my daddy's side of the family was from down in Kentucky. My granny said it was from around down Hazard area where they came from. You're right about that, Shane. Southern Ohio, no, well, no, sort of. It's kind of mid Ohio, but it's on the east side of Ohio, Preble County. Yeah, but I like my flowers, butterflies, feathers, anything in nature kind of stuff is the kind of stuff that I'm always painting and doing. Shelly, you ever batter up some squash blossoms and pumpkin blossoms and fry them? It tastes a lot like mushrooms. Well, I reckon I take it after my granny's side of the family, or my dad's side, you know, because I stayed a lot with my granny and she was from Kentucky. I used to aggravate the far out of my mother. She's always after me about the way I talk. She says, "You sound just like Granny." And well, I spent most of my time with her. Granny'd say things, you know, and I'd pick it up. Like Mom would say to me, "How long are you gonna be gone?" And I'd say, "About an hour." And she'd say, "How long?" And I'd say, "About an hour." And she says, "Do you mean hour?" and, then she'd say, "Where did you put that glass?" And I'd say, "It's in the kitchen." She'd say, "Where?" I'd say, "In the kitchen." And she said, "You mean the kitchen?" And she tried to make me speak proper. Snail pizza. I think I'll pass. But see, if I had it and I didn't know what it was, I'd probably like it. Sausage in the blossom, stuff them. It was too greasy. Well, because of the sausage. Sausage has a lot of grease in it. But yeah, just egg and flour, brown butter. I ordered some fish. I think it's been about a year ago. Where did I get those from? Gosh, I don't even remember. It's from someplace out west. Minnesota. And I don't remember the name of the place. I'd have to go back and see if I could dig it up. But boy, they had the best fish. Lord have mercy. Mike's getting hungry. I'm gonna find some dying chicken. Backyard Films in the house. Good to have you in there. Is that your seriously, Shelly? I haven't seen that one. She says her last video on her channel is comedy. We make snail pizza. I have to check that out. I think it's Gamer Dude has a channel where him and his boy challenge each other to eat different things, and boy, they've had some wild ones on there. Scorpions, eating scorpions. Ooh. My bird, he's over there in the cage behaving himself. He wanted to act up when I was on Twitch today, and I made him hush, and so he's been pretty quiet since. He's afraid I'll put him in the freezer with that turkey. Yeah, I have a cockatiel. He gets kind of mouthy. I've got 2 canaries too, but at night they're quiet, and the day they sing pretty. Dana says she lives 10 minutes from Lake Superior. Well, I don't know. With all the chemicals and stuff being dumped in them lakes up there, I don't know about them fish. Hard to find decent fish anyplace anymore because of all the pollution. Yeah, my bird, he thinks he's my co-host. His name's Fred. And I mean, I got to be honest, he's the best co-host I've ever had. But still, you know, he gets kind of loud. There's some people that watch my shows that have a bird and they hear him and then their bird goes off. So they send me messages and tell me that the birds are communicating. I think they're sending secret messages back and forth. I tell you what, my backyard's covered up with slugs. There's a mess of slugs out there. They don't bother my garden though, oddly enough. You know, I thought I'd have a heck of a time with them with the garden, but they leave it alone. Of course, my garden stuff is all up in these big fabric sacks called 100-gallon fabric sacks. So they sit way up off the ground, you know, where the plants are, and snails don't bother them, but down on the ground, backyard just lousy with them. I think that's why the squirrels are so prevalent around here. I think they eat a lot of slugs. Let's see, where are we at with folks watching the show now? Let me get over here to the right thing. We got 14 watching right now. I'll rearrange my desktop, getting you that address. But yeah, go and sign up there with professional students. Sub up to her. Tell her I sent you, and she'll get you fixed up there with the list. Yeah, everybody's going to sleep. I've been on for over an hour. But I think everybody's pretty much subbed up now. We've only got 14 watching. Anybody else need sub time? Because if you need more sub time, I'll stick around. I'll think of something goofy to tell you. And if you're tired of it, well, then I'll shut her down. You're all hungry. They went to the kitchen. We made them hungry for some groundhog meatloaf. Yeah, Russ. I hear that. Al needs one more to 400. Who's going to sub Al? I want to hear that Al has hit his 400 before we leave here. So somebody get over there and sub him. Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop needs one more to get to 400. I'll even pull up his channel here and take a look myself and see if he's at 400. $3.99. Come on, we need one more to 400. I'll rearrange this a little bit so that I can keep an eye on it. Is there anybody here that's not subbed to Al? I could help him, but I'd have to get off of here to do it. Surely we have somebody in here that's not subbed Al. That's Odessa's Woodworking Shop. Have at it in the house. Good to have you in there. We're trying to get Odessa's Woodworking Shop. Well, I can light it up for him. Well, no, he'd have to do it. Al, type something else in there so that they can see your, well, here, let's just do it this way. Shoot, fire. Just post his link in the chat. There we go. There's this link right there. How to modify your channel name. You have to do that through Google. You go in, let's see. Go into your channel page, hit the gear. You'll find that gear, and that's where you do all your editing at. And it only lets you do it like once every 90 days, so be sure you like whatever you're going to name it to. Okay, let me refresh his page and see. 401. You did it, Al. You made it. You made it. Cool beans. Now, I'll tell you the same thing that I tell everybody else. Whenever you do this, whenever you hit whatever your milestone is, don't be alarmed when you see it go down. It's all part of the analytics with YouTube. They play with this stuff all the time. It'll be 401. Tomorrow will be 393, and then it'll start climbing back up again. And you just keep subbing people. You just keep subbing them, sub, and it'll get back up there and go on beyond. So don't get excited whenever you hit anything. It doesn't matter. I mean, you could hit 390 and the next day it's down, 287 or something. It's going to fluctuate. So don't let that upset you. Don't let it worry you. You just keep doing your thing. So there we go. Well, it looks like everybody's pretty much subbed to everybody else. So I think I'm going to shut it down. If you still need time, just, stay with the chat here. Keep it up on your screen and scroll up and down and make sure you're subbed to everybody that was in here. Leave them a message on their channel, on their videos that you subbed so that they know. Carrie Plaster is in the house. Good to have you in there. Looking down through here, make sure that I didn't miss anybody. I think I got everybody that's in there. So with all that being said, be sure and give it a thumbs up before you leave. Share it on your social media so everybody gets to see this. And I mean, for what it's worth, maybe they'll learn how to cook something. At least get a laugh out of it, if nothing else. Brighten their day a little bit. And check out the Etsy store. See all the new stuff that I put up there. The URL for the Etsy store is in the description of the video. Blaziken's address is in there too. She's the one that made my banner. So if anybody needs banners made up for your page, hit Blaziken up. She can fix you up with a banner. And hey, the only thing left to say is Brenda's crafty. Be like Brenda. See y'all later. Bye.